Welcome back. Let me show you some of the wire jewelry that I've already made, and then we'll make some more together. Everything I've done so far and what we'll work on in this video is me blatantly and outright copying Matt's crazy art. I'm doing that for the reasons that I don't know what I'm doing when it comes to wire jewelry making, and his videos seem to be very clear, very straightforward, and very easy for a beginner to actually create some jewelry with. Now obviously these are not good, but the tutorials to make these were good. I'll have that channel linked below in case you want to go check it out for yourself, but in the meantime, let me just get into showing you some of this. I'm pretty sure this is the first thing I ever made. It was this cute little swirl bracelet. Very dainty. Now obviously, or not obviously, I used a gauge of wire that is much smaller than, you know, is suggested to make wire with, and that's why this is so flimsy. But one of the things that Matt suggested in his videos was that you start with like a small gauge if your hands are not accustomed to working with wire. Okay, excuse me, I literally had to pause and focus on what I was doing there. But he suggests to start with a smaller wire if you're new at this, because your fingers are just not used to bending and dealing with wire, and the thicker wire is a lot harder. You know, it's going to cause a lot more wear to your fingers. You're going to need a lot more muscle to do it. After that one, I made another design by him that's sort of this little 4-piece here that I thought was very cute. Let's put it on the other hand so you can see it. Hopefully I can clasp this one. I'm not going to be able to. If I want to make any more bracelets, I'm going to have to work on the clasp. I think I made the little holes too small. It's pretty hard for me to clasp them. But here's another design. I like the wrinkly one. This one looked a lot cooler and obviously held structure a lot better in a much thicker wire. But then I moved on from bracelets and started making some rings. Pretty sure this is the first one I made. You can see I kind of just like winged it. I had no reference at all. I'm pretty sure this is before I even found Matt's videos. So I think the stone is like way too raised up from the actual ring itself. But when I wear it with this one, I think they make kind of a cute pair. Then I moved on to some of these. Now again, I'm fully aware that these are not necessarily good, but I was just kind of like having fun playing with these little turquoise and brown stones. I don't really know where these fit. I could go there. This one's particularly rough looking, but fun nonetheless. But I don't really even wear these. Like I said, they're pretty flimsy because I use thin wire, but also they just obviously don't look all that great. The ones I do wear though, now if you looked closely, you could definitely see the imperfections. But I think this one looks pretty cool. Where do I wear it? Here. And then I stepped up one size in wire. And this is definitely the best thing I've made so far. And admittedly, I don't think this is from Matt's Crazy Art. I think this was like a random short that I found online. I wish I had kind of saved and remembered who exactly I was following to make this. And I say it turned out the best not because of the tutorial I was following, but I just had a little bit more practice and was using a thicker wire. I'm quite pleased with how that one turned out too. So these are the three that so far I deem as wearable. Okay, this new tool is going to be a game changer for me. So far, I've just kind of been making them on my own fingers, which is pretty limiting and difficult and makes them turn out not usually the size that I was going for to begin with. Like this one was supposed to fit here. These are not quite right size. So that's what this is. It's a ring sizer. This is to measure the size of my actual finger. So I went through and just measured. I want to make a pinky ring to begin with here. So I measured, so I went through and found the one that fits my pinky the way I want it to fit. And then I can just slap that right on there, and you can see I'm gonna make my ring right at that 5 1/4 mark. Here to get into start making some, I'm gonna use 20 gauge wire. Again, it's recommended that you use more like an 18, but I'm gonna finish up this 20 that I have, and like I said, that's what I made this out of, is the 20, and it's sturdy enough for me. This is about 10. I'm gonna do about 12 inches, maybe a little longer, guesstimating. Get that out of the way. And I'm gonna start by picking a bead. I want to do this pink and blue one. Bring that to the middle of the wire. This side, I'm gonna pinch down. This side, I'm gonna pinch up. And over. Again, obviously, if you want to see the actual tutorial for this, go to Matt's channel that's linked down below. Girly, can you not? Thanks, beautiful. Girly, stop it, please. My dog decides it's bath time right now. Okay. And we're gonna bring this bad boy in and go right at that 5 1/4. I can definitely see why they say to start off with thinner wire, because this is difficult. Oh, I think I was supposed to come from this side though. Yeah, I need it to come from this side. Even this 20 gauge wire, like, it hurts to hold it down in order to be able to bend it very well. Trying to keep it at that. Oh my goodness. There we go. There we go. Now that I've got this piece that we wrapped around and underneath that stone, I'm going to try to come back in the other direction. And I'm going to wrap, well, as much as I want. I think I'm going to start a little bigger and wrap up a little smaller each time, perhaps, if I'm able to do that. Okay, hold on, I gotta keep the size of the ring too. This is a skill, you guys. Wrap that a few times. Oh my goodness. And then carefully, not letting these ends like fly towards my face or anything. Okay, hold on. This is not quite right. We're looking a little funky. See how like the top spirals are thicker than the bottom ones? I need it to be the other way around. So I'm gonna sit and play with it a little bit and see if I can't sort of make that happen. obviously that's not perfect, but I've been messing with this for like 20 minutes probably. Like at this point, I'm just gonna call it. I'm gonna trim a little bit more of this off so that I can bend these ends up underneath here so that we don't have any sharp ends. Let me see like I'm gonna work with each end separately. This a little bit more just so it would seem a little bit more centered, these rings around it. Like, not that they're perfect obviously, but it just seemed like way off to one side before. Now I feel like it's a little bit better, but I accidentally made it too big. See? So I'm kind of going off script here, but I feel like if I just kind of like go around here and add crimps to this, basically like this was just like a really long string, and then I kind of crimped back and forth and made it shorter and shorter and shorter. I feel like if I just came in here and crimped, bent this way, bent the other way, bent the other way, and I'm just doing like a back and forth, like this way, grab, go this way, grab, go this way. I don't know that I need to crimp that much either. Hold on. Hold on. Maybe I'll just add like... Hold on, let me like struggle it back out. Hold on. Yeah, that did work. Obviously not ideal, but it makes it fit. It was too big for, too small for any other finger, but too small for the pinky. I was trying this one out elsewhere. Maybe we could do like this. And I want to do another one for this finger, so same thing, I've just sized to the finger that I want, and stick it on here. It's about 9 1/4. I'm going to aim to make this 9 1/2, because these keep, even with this tool, it's better. but they keep ending it like this one's still a little bit like was too big, right? And obviously that's me just manipulating too much to try to get this right, but I'm gonna aim for 9.5. All right, let's make probably one more before we close out this video. So I've got my little bead on here, a couple of inches from the edge. We're gonna just wrap that very tightly around the bead. And then start swirling. So I'm going to take just a very, very tippy tip. Start curving it in. Okay, from here, he actually doesn't even use this sizer in the particular video that I'm watching. Again, from Math Crazy Art, linked below. He, from this bead, goes about 3¼ inches. Swirls this round very, ooh, not that tightly. I was gonna say very tightly. Swirls this back round this way very tightly. He kind of wraps like a couple times loosely, like so, and ends up back over here. I cut far too much here, so I'm gonna cut most of that off. And we're gonna swirl the same way we did with the other one. Honestly, so he just kind of bends his around like this. Well, let me bring in my little thingy here. What did I say, 9.5? I maybe could have just made these swirls a bit bigger, come to think of it, due to the size of the bead. It's alright. Maybe let me kind of tighten this up. What do I do? Right here. See, now I'm kind of just playing with it and doing whatever I want. And kind of just curve things out a little better. This bead right here is still kind of wonky. Let me figure out how to, maybe if I literally just pinch it right here. Pinch and twist. Kind of just like pressing it so it lays flat and appropriate with the finger. Nothing's kind of like sticking up wonky. It all kind of curves nicely. This guy came over this side. And then right there. Thank you so much for joining me. If you liked that video, don't forget to hit the little thumbs up down below. Subscribe while you're hanging out down there, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!